So, child number 3. Yay. So we had 2 deaths. First it was Angie. She was found in her lab, surrounded by dolls and dead. It was really creepy. And then in an investigation, they're trying to perform a seance to talk to Angie, and Tenko was gonna be like the spirit thing, and then while she was under the cage thing, someone killed her. So she died mid-investigation, which is crazy. So now, I don't know if it's one killer or if it's 2 different killers. I don't know. I guess we're gonna figure it out in this class trial, and hopefully we can figure out who Angie's killer is, because that's what we need to find out. Oh, right, front of the door. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh, is my thing okay? It looks like it. Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends means that it's that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you got in a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from a super idiot level at least. At least Kaido idiot level.
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to
Are
mean?
you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaido?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Makiro sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable. Yeah, it kind of is, because a lot of the stuff came from his,
Rest in peace.
or some of the stuff. Atua, please, lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, concerning what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Gods can believe in God. Robots can believe in God. Oops. Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Tua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Kita inside a river. Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap.
That's right.
Probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Yeah, I like Maki a lot. Well, guess we're heading in. Oh, I gotta click. As usual, we walked toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard. It's such a strange statue to look at. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mono-chan sad. As much as I love to keep hearing this Bodoro back and forth.
Now then,
Let's hurry up and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. Third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed him? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight for the truth and lies in this class trial. Oh, sure. Just we'll save. Oh, right. I have 4 points. That's like barely anything. Could buy these. Let's do this. Alright. Begin. Probably to dinner meal.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Okay.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back
I don't
to
remember
life
everything.
and killed 2 of our classmates.
How do I play this? Okay.
No!
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes,
Oh.
Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
This isn't about believing in reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all those statements correct? That it worked?
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2
how do
of
I
our classmates.
speed? Okay, I couldn't remember how to just speed through it.
Did work?
I got it.
That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Preparing the evidence, their ashes. Pepper monoxide poisoning. Gotcha.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Step aside, Half-Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Oops,
Don't
sorry,
play
I got too fast.
dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened. The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Did not care.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
What's Sumuki's account? Angie had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist Lab yesterday working on the rituals. She would not unlock the door unless... Oh. Someone from the student council asked her to. Okay. Should think about it from the beginning. Okay.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Key's research lab. Which makes you but anyone
Could have taken a katana.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
You were the only one
Who cared about
I
that?
think so. I did not care about
But some katana.
Just admit it, you
shit-eating worm.
You went to the
Classroom, broke in.
Oh wait, how do I... Oh, like that. Oh god. I forgot about it.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh my god.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Sumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Sumugi, and Kibo.
Oh, that was just... It was just that easy, I guess.
One of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Sumugi? Well...
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
Oh god, it's this thing.
I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta
I'm not the culprit.
We're not the culprit.
Alright.
Surely there must be some...
Not betray student council. Oh,
And do you
that's
have
that
an
thing.
alibi
I
for
forgot how you
last
do
night?
it.
Not just anyone.
Culprit!
Door.
Much better than being...
Members had access.
Oh, that's not true. Ah! Ah, it's too late. It went away.
Is that a
I think that was
robophobic
it.
remark?
Toast is just only when something inconsistent. Carefully sort the statements in my head and find the answer.
We must consider other possibilities.
Sure, there must be suspects outside betray student council.
Council!
Ah!
Do you have...
Impossible.
Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members had access.
Oh, I missed
I
it.
heard it! No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
The Anilios. Right.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
No, he didn't. He's playing with this.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better.
Oh, accidentally clicked.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
One locked last. Back door?
That's it!
Huh. I remembered.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was... Oh, it's, okay. The katana? I guess. This is a big piece. Can I gotta uncover it, I guess. My gosh. How do I... Ah! The thing is still covered. Oh wait, this is just the sheath. Huh. Wait, what's this then? Oh, this is the katana itself. And the sickle. Hold on. I got it.
I see it! The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy to lock the door.
Oh, my auto's on.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
That's funny.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Different purpose? What could have that been? What could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every setup of that setup. Every step of that setup. What? What is wrong with me? If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh, it's this. Oh god, how do I play this again? Oh, okay. I'm like, how do I speed up? Whoa! Ah, shoot, I missed that. Whoa! Okay, I just tried to hit that car. Oh, I got it. What turns the handle of the sliding lock? Well, the sheath. Or the casing sheath. There we go. Next question. Oh, shoot, missed one. Nice. Over here. Oh! I got it. It's done to make the katana turn the lock. Okay. Started in the F and G. Of course, tampered with? Wait. Oh, that was a miss. It was stabbed? Wait, what? What? How did it? Wait, how did they do that? Oh, forgot. You gotta press it on. any of those. The car was in my way. Nice. How is the FNG manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? Swinging it? I don't know. I don't know. Making it fall. Isn't it fall? Spinning it? It wasn't on the ground though. Okay. I don't know.
It connects.
Oh, so when... Okay, I see.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy.
Huh, so they were already in the room? Maybe? I don't know. Weird. So, it spun around, and then as it spun around, it hit the edge where they pushed the lock.
Was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Oh, okay.
Then, if you let it go, the rope
Oh my
would
gosh.
unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see it now.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly this would
Leave.
cause the spinning
I
katana to
clicked.
hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
You just got little wings and a halo. It's really cute.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the
Oops.
student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Of course he lied.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh my god.
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not
Meaningless. Sorry. I wasn't expecting... I clicked to go to the next conversation. I was expecting her to do it automatically. Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this?
Oops. Sorry. It scared me.
Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset I should
No.
have faced
Oh my gosh, I keep
Tenko.
clicking by accident.
Work things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kale.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch!
People attended the seance. People, okay. I can't pause here. That would be, Kurikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kyokishi. Okay.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
Okay, I gotta be right back. Me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi. Okay.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious.
Oh,
Kyo.
I accidentally clicked.
He
What do you say? I don't even know.
suggested the whole seance idea.
Well, that's probably just Clinky Dink. Most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. Okay.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh, right. Right.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Point of entry from outside. He must be referring to the whole. So here or over here? I think it was here. How do I?
There!
There. Okay.
You're talking
Could
about
barely
under
see
the
that in
floor,
investigation.
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Then who is it then? You see it so clearly.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
In the corner.
By
Heel
crawling
slash light.
under the floor.
This floorboard.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Ah,
You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
whenever you seen it, it was
Said,
mad
hold
bright.
on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
It's true with the little light, you can move around under the floor. Is that possible?
The key had a light.
Ah, okay.
That's wrong!
Got it.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Gonta think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Oh, he's so cute.
Like that? You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just...
Oh, I keep
Corpse
accidentally
had any
clicking.
trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, she's done. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not
No.
possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Then why did you suggest it?
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains! When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
No.
There's no doubt!
What is wrong with this girl? Tenko not being killed during the seance. It might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko...
Wait. There.
That's wrong!
There we go. There's something with one of the things with blood on it.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Oh my god, we proved you wrong. Jeez.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
She tires me out, I can't.
Tenko died after after the seance.
What? Sickle under the
It
sword.
happened when the
Wait, how do I
sheet
play
was
this again?
lifted.
Like that. Wait, how do I
That was the moment
do it
the
regularly?
culprit chose
Like
to
that.
stab the fuck out of Tango through the cave. They stuck the thin blade through the gap, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Ah! Could have turned it. Let me hear
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need.
Oh.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Oh, was that on it? She was probably sitting down normally while she was in the cage.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
There we go.
I'll cut through your words.
The stone.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
She was
She
crouched
was bent
down.
over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No
Sorry.
worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tango? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tango?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
She killed herself? The they she's referring to. She was the only one in the cage.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right?
Oh, she moved the floorboard. And then
If
chucked it
Tenko
underneath.
had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
Yeah.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in the killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Why would she do that?
Down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Yeah, and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Oh, it's really funny.
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
Alright, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
You gotta lie about something? I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. See you guys after the seance. Doubt she had her son change her heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was a suicide. Shouldn't be satisfied with that. If we keep thinking, we'll find out the truth. That means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Okay. Tenko's
So
last
far,
moment.
suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her,
Take us down.
so she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Let's see. Probably not enough to kill her, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. I see. Oh wait, everything Tenko committed suicide, but only because they're latching on it to the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make them think her suicide. Okay.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her, so she hid her true intentions.
With the last of her strength.
Yeah, smart.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly?
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna...
Did
Figure
any
it
of
out.
the
I
participants
can't-
witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Take my hand off the controller while they talk. Not a bad idea. Just remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery. Alright.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed.
Oh my god.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall, I think.
Oh, it fell all the way down.
How dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Stay calm. Think there must be some sort of clue.
Something fall.
Where's my cursor? There we go.
I agree. Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
That was very heavy.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Loud sound, like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Other thing that happened. Can I scroll? It's quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. Maybe when Kokichi fell? No, I just thought maybe the sound was similar. I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh no! Something else. What other thing fell? I guess maybe the broken cross piece, maybe. That was probably heavy enough. No. Huh.
Damn it!
What caused the sound that was heard during the seance? I guess loose floorboard?
This is it!
There we go. I was like, it has to do something with the floorboards, and I don't know what it
The
was.
floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Would the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
It is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Okay.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been
This is probably the
considerable
crosspiece.
force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No,
But
it's
that
still on there.
statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already
Dang
said
it.
there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Stomped through.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here. All.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose? Think about everyone's testimony to combine it with the facts. Ah! I got it.
Agree.
Just trying to find the right
She's
statement.
The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Oops. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. Okay, I'm glad they're showing us this. And the crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside of the cage, so it could have been stopped on. Only one of the crosspieces was cut, and the other two were intact. One of them was right, under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. So culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard. Come on, think. Oh. Okay. Oh, I was just trying to figure out how to do the one thing. This. Seance. Okay. Oh. Huh. You sure it's not? Huh. What am I spilling here? What? see. What would this next letter be? What? I have no idea what I'm spelling. Cease. Cease? Seesaw. What is this word? I don't know what this is. Seesaw. So, seesaw. Floor. Oh no! Dang it. Oh, I was hoping. What the heck?
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
I see. Oh, my auto's on.
Seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage.
Okay.
Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
So it was someone during the seance.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
Right. It was too short.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order
Make
for the
it.
culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Floorboard seesaw. The cage and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? So I won't place a sickle could have been that it was that is consistent with the evidence. Between the victim and the floorboard. Top of the cage.
That's it!
At what point was it on top of the cage,
The
though?
sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was
Oh my
bent
god,
over,
Jesus
meaning the
Christ.
sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
That's
The
awful.
sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in a crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Yeah.
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
That's true too.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Huh? What's happening? It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. Does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Did something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Probably not, because we're in an admission. Sure. Oh. Whoa. Okay.
Well now.
Looks like we reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz. The only victims are people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? We could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. That's funny. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
That's the right answer, Monodam. Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone warns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity. You don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scene detail.
all right.
Dying makes you more popular. then we gonna die soon too. What?
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Oh.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Oh.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I mean, she thinks murder is too much work.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. We can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. Okay.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Jesus.
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
Culprit's plan were to make Kimiko a suspect. They might have persuaded her to choose that room somehow. But how? And what would that tell us?
Performing.
Other rooms may be trapped.
Oh my gosh.
I agree.
I didn't think about that because I thought he was out in the hallway when he fell.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
What?
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
Wha- Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Keep your chin and live life facing forward.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect for my soul, bro.
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
The salt circle. I didn't know one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder. That's it. It must be the reason. Oh, so maybe it was Korekyo. Oh, the magic circle. Can I select
This
it?
is
Oh,
it.
there we go.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Watch your step. Once your circle's broken.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit. There's no doubt in my mind. They're the one who killed Tenko. The only person had the opportunity and the motive. For once, I actually know who it is when they get to this point. That's wild.
It has to be you.
I wonder
Here.
why.
Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle.
The question is he the same person who killed Angie?
In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine that the culprit found the right board. Even after I put the candle, I could move my hand along with the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used touch, smell, sixth sense, hearing, because it happened during the song. Oh, don't think there was any of this. Oh, I thought he was able to like pinpoint where everyone was. Smell. What?
Oh no!
Well, maybe sixth sense. I guess touch. I don't know.
I was wrong!
I don't know.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way
How?
they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Hmm? Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. I must have been at the scene. I know it. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't mean it. I was trying to figure out how to do this thing. I don't even know what letter to use. Okay, I used to. G. What is that? I? Magnet? Can you like that? Wait. Magic? What is this letter? R. Why is it backwards? I don't know why that's backwards. Circle? Oh, the magic circle. Okay. Figure it out. Ah! Oh, I thought I misclicked it. Circle. There's no A's in that. Was that a E in there? Oh, yeah.
I see now. That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
Oh my gosh. I would have never guessed that.
So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Because he knew exactly how it's shaped.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
Weren't there lines going out?
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt, oh, but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. I don't have any way to check it now.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Mew add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Oh. Sorry. Image recorder. What does
this
that
function
mean?
allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
That's really funny.
I also used magic like that before.
This
There
printout
are
is my
lines.
memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay. Got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. Yeah, there were lines. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Notice anything? I guess I can just select any of them.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners.
Can't believe I remembered that it had lines
Which
going out
means
that
that
way.
you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my thanks? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds. Your what? Why?
What?
Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Theo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction. Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant.
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what
Sorry.
of the murder
Oh.
weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that. Kokichi and Shuichi who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Kyo's attitude is disconnecting, but first I need to counter his argument.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Cool.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
There.
I'll cut through your words! The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
What?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma.
No.
But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because
Yeah,
if you
kill
vote for
Angie.
me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
Why'd she say it like that?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko. That is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
I wonder if he did it because he wanted to experience. Because he said he was like enthralled by being a blackened. He took the opportunity for Angie's murder to kill Tenko.
But not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on.
I guess.
Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that.
So who killed
Any way
Angie
you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this,
The split thing. That's fun.
Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Me too.
Why were you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. He won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. So I wonder why he did it then.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We
Oh,
don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
Okay.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
There.
Kyo!
Oh my god!
Anyone could have
I was trying to figure out what the
entered my
word
lab.
is.
The katana
Oh,
was
that
found
wasn't it?
in Kyo's lab.
Oh, this is loud,
Kyo.
maybe.
Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo
Okay.
did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death.
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced
Okay.
his way into Angie's research lab and
Oh, sorry. The more we consist in our position looks weak, we have to work together. Okay.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo!
Just trying to figure
don't
out what the
know for
words
certain
were.
that Kyo killed Angie.
he forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed
I've got
Angie.
this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's
And
lab.
then this is
Kyo!
loud.
Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Blackened.
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new
And
rule
then
to
Kyo!
roll.
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery.
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
X. Ah, A. Bye. God.
This is our answer.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
mystery. What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Wait, I think Tenko's... Hold on, corner. Ah, this.
This is it!
The dried blood.
The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Whose blood was
That's
that?
weird. Why was that blood stain the only dry one?
Bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... happened before the seance.
That's it! The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Angie's.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Maybe you did kill them both. Angie left her lab on her own, headed to the room where she was killed. So, you probably killed her in the same room and then flipped the board over so they wouldn't see the blood. Or is Kokichi's statement true, or... Go leave to
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
What did Kikuchi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue there.
The art.
Oh. Oh! Oh my god. She needed the candle to burn the book.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No. Angie was gonna use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead,
Ashes, yep.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
That's when they also used the tape to
Which
block her
means
blood.
Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie.
Oh my
This
god.
must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that is fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Oh. Oh, I really thought it was that. Sorry. Oh, here.
This is it!
I thought it was the Monokuma file because it mentioned it, but I guess
The
it's...
wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back down.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What is happening?
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
He's losing it, bro. Ugh, okay. Weird, he's got like double personality or something.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first.
How do I play this
And
game?
then carried
Not
into
that.
the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Jesus.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Oh, I missed it. It was smeared all over. It wasn't there. Spending the facts make me suspicious. Wait, did I hit it?
You say the culprit carried
Or was I
Angie's
just
body?
wrong?
And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Oh, wait, empty room.
Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Ah, there we go. I had to wait a little
Cut through
longer.
your words. There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were still talking.
Must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Correccio!
It has to be you! It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why? Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Angie's murder wasn't.
Huh? Which one?
Remember, that was an accident.
That's it!
Oh my god, Angie's murder wasn't planned.
Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while
Angie
he was
found
making
it.
preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then, You should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
He only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless.
They actually got him caught, because he would have never checked that room in the first place.
If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Exactly.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekiyo. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekiyo. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Oh,
There is.
that was so thoughts.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
No idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Oh,
I have nothing
cool!
to admit.
This thing is cool.
You are simply wrong.
Okay, I was like trying to remember how to play this.
Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess.
Oh god.
I have nothing to admit.
Oh my god.
You are simply wrong. Yes.
Oh.
I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit.
Oh my gosh.
You are simply wrong. Yes. I'm not the culprit.
Oh, did that
so
too
I
early.
have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
How is that a miss?
Well
Oh.
said, Korekiyo. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
Oh.
Well said, Korekiyo.
Oh gosh, I got
To
confused.
continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your your logic.
Ah.
That's merely a delusion.
Well said, Correcchio. To continue this debate is meaningless.
Oh my gosh.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Oh god. Oh my gosh. There's so much happening.
Apologize.
Oh my god.
Apologize. I told
Missed
you
all
I
those.
am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Ah.
Apologize.
Oh gosh.
Apologize.
Oh my god. There's so many. I'm so bad at this.
So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth.
Ah.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Removed floorboard.
It ends here.
Oh my goodness.
Kyo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was blood on the end of it.
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the
Oh, I remember that.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Oh, that scared me. Thank you, though.
I believe that while
Oh,
Kyo was setting up the
suspect.
seesaw,
Thank you.
he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
Oh, it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Ichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Kyo, I want you to confess. No,
Oh, I will force you to confess. I'm sorry. I was reading the bottom line. I didn't realize. Alright. What do we got? Who was the culprit? Who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? Okay. What do we have here? Okay. Let's move on. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? I don't think I have that yet. What is this? Removed floorboard. So this is probably here. Yeah. What was compressing the injury? This. What weapon? and killed Angie. Maybe the sword. I don't think I have that on here. Oh, so hold on. His FNG was stabbed. So we don't have that one. Handle of the spinning katana. Oh. Is that this? Oh, shoot. There. Nice. And then, what is this? When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door? An object did Tenko rest her forehead on during the seance? Maybe the stone. This thing. And then, what weapon did the culprit set on the iron cage? I don't think that's on there. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for exchanging the candles? How was the culprit able to move around in the darkness? Oops, this. Path made with salt. And then... oh, sickle place to kill. Ah. These are further back. Oh wait, no. I thought I was on the sickle. Where is it? Oh. There we go. And then this other one here. Nice. Okay, let's go back here. Just unlock these. And then this is the saw, so this thing. Nice. That's done, that one's done, that one's done. Here. Whose FNG was stabbed at the katana. That would be, Kaeri's here. That one's done. Who unlocked the door? Oh, I was shut up without it. Dang it. There we go. And that would be us. Culprit approached the cage. Here. And then this one is everyone trampling the dust.
This is the truth of the case. Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
Oh, she's walking so happily.
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head.
Oh, I didn't realize he just picked it up and hit her in the head. I thought he did like the same thing and then she fell over and hit her head.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding.
Okay.
Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
Ouch.
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down.
That's so weird to see.
There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope.
So funny to see. Kaede's just there
After
smiling,
enough turns,
the sword in her
the culprit
chest.
let go and headed for the rear door.
So weird.
Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko, in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place.
Oh my god, this is so long.
After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan: to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle.
Oh,
and
there
dropped
is no
it
talking.
onto the floor through the hole
I was looking
in
at
the
other
corner of the
stuff.
room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret,
Was not being able to make 100 friends.
What?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time coming up!
The heart racing excitement as
The heart racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
Okay, alright, we have to do it. Oh, he's down there. Oh my god, so many people are dead. Jeez.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Alright, let's see why Monocuma's gonna die in this one. I was at an A. That's not too bad. Oh, it's so long. Wow. Seriously, you're correct again. You're correct again.
Right.
Amazing. This is the third correct verdict in a row.
All right.
If you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you proceed to the bonus round. How's this gonna last that long?
For now,
It's finally over.
No.
Not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right.
Yeah, he no need to kill them both, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaido?
Shut up!
I never said I was scared. The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Because we're friends. I'll tell you. I've never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive.
Yeah?
Then why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
From the bottom of my heart. Someone so dear. Someone I long for.
I
Oh,
love her with
Oh,
all my
dear.
heart. And she loves me with all
God.
her heart.
okay.
We vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love, no matter what anyone says.
I was not expecting that. Okay. That was a lot. Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you, some of us aren't that lucky. So, this lover of yours, you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko? But why did you need to kill both? If you asked me if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside.
Wait.
Don't look at me. I'm not his lover. Calm down. No one would want a disgusting shit stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Sploosh.
What the what?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who's this person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us? When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see,
I mean inside me.
sister.
Oh. The sister thing. Yes, the one I love lives inside my dearest sister. Sister?
Wait.
Don't look at me. I'm not a sister.
Right.
Well, duh. If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Your sister. But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter.
It is not difficult. My sister is my lover. That is weird.
I loved her so deeply, and she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth. The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth. For my beloved sister.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to.
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
Even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dearest deceased sister. She's dead. What the heck? Deceased?
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
For sister's sake, I've killed many to send her 100 friends. They were all wonderful. Oh dear. They were all wonderful people, worthy of being sister's friends. What?
Incomprehensible.
It's too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
Yes.
Karekyo, I am very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of Kyo is?
I am Korekio's older sister.
Oh, okay. Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
The hell? After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside
Sister.
me. Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Karekyo. Your love made the impossible
Are
possible.
you serious?
Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Well,
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here.
What was that?
Seems like he's already crazy. He was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sister's friends. Only girls. I see. So when we were deciding on who should be the medium, we selected a girl. You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides, Maki and Miyu, they were all worthy. All worthy of being sister's friends. All worthy?
Why, you?
Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care.
The second victim could have been me.
Denko died in front of a place of me. Then I'll do it. Alright.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko. Infiltrate? Really?
But
How did you... It was obvious to me I've studied many people.
Can this be?
Yes, she stood up against the darkness of the school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was the perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko. Though I was planning on having you become sister's friend too, eventually.
no way.
What? You do all that for... Wow, you did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child, just so you could use it to kill someone, right? It interested me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that.
For my beloved sister.
I wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaido, are you okay? You look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now. Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I'd have plenty of chances after escaping this place. But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Correctio.
You're such a thoughtful little brother, but it was bad to get greedy. You're right, because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Korekio's crime. I do not understand. This is all impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister.
But how?
That wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. Their soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
Even though I am a ghost now, I am always by Korekio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well...
Because death is unfair.
And another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think there's news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they'd get a kick out of it. People were watching this.
Shut up!
Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me!
Hell yeah, if I wasn't in this killing game, I would have had so much fun watching.
So then,
Yeah, the nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. My role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister.
I think I shall go and see her now, my beloved sister.
sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Correccio.
It's alright, sweet Korekio. Come to me.
Oh.
Looks like you're already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
It's punishment time!
It's the moment you all been waiting for. Punishment time.
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last, I finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others.
What?
Wait, I can't accept this.
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
from an anthropological point of view,
Why do you think so many different cultures have funerals rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead ever cease? The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate anthropologist, Korekio Shingunji,
I shall observe.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't be just me and Korekio. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Oh dear. Cultural melting pot. getting cooked? Oh my goodness. What in the world? It's weird. What?
How gory!
No, Monodam, why?
How can this be?
What? To think my cute child would commit suicide?
Yay!
Oh, it's cute. It's so freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along. Monodam committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right.
Yes, the other Monokums drove him to suicide, but not me.
Hey.
Who's Monodam?
Eh?
You already forgot? That's kind of scary.
Well now.
Well, it looks like another class trial is wrapped up without incident, so I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster.
You?
Shut up! How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you think another murder will happen if you do that, right? Who can say? Little Ace, none of you were gonna use it. You should have let me have it. And I could resurrect one of my dead siblings. Which one? Well, I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's just been the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Hoo, too bad.
So long. Farewell.
Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
Man, this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than that. The dead, no matter what. That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone. There's one thing that this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't at all. There isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we gotta work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Going to do his best.
Then going to do his best to keep everyone safe. Going to want to protect everyone. But your talent is etymology. I don't want Suichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. Getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay,
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent.
that's right.
May not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki. I see. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
About a minute?
I don't remember being her sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
Oh.
So you guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. You're right. Only 9 people left now. Well, what do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. That's right. 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away, and only 9 remain.
Actually,
By that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But,
Just 9 of us.
Well,
Humans are like seaweed too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean that much in the end.
shit.
Totally what the heartless robot is thinking, right? Right?
Rude.
No, I am not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable.
You know.
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on God, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys. I'll believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaido.
well, of course.
You're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey,
Hold up, Keyboy. Keyboy needs to apologize for everyone for the whole student council thing. There's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to
How
accept.
exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength, got that?
No way.
I've never heard of such an intense form of apology. Seems like everything is settled for now, even though we're missing her.
You all right?
Himiko, you okay? Anything Gonta can do to help, you can tell Gonta.
hey.
I think we should leave her, let her have some space for now. That might be the best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Gonta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was comprised with just the
But-
truth. Even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know.
right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit. I only said this because I thought about it.
Because
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back. What are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? What? Hold back? Tenko, Angie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you two. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. Because I'm lonely. So lonely without the both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing, we began crying. Tears we shed, I can't even describe it. We were crying about what had been through, what has come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. At the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However... Oh, it's so cute!
Okay, Gonta?
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
she's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I've told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, She looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
That was cute. While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaido had stopped in his tracks. Kaido, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead.
Huh?
Are you sure?
Well,
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? You dislike scary things. You should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, 'cause of me.
okay.
Yeah, maybe, but you sound like you're bragging, Kaido. But like I said, I'm gonna I'm gonna get some fresh air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. Didn't notice what was going on with Kaido. Is he really sick?
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here.
I want him to
No
die.
way.
No! Gosh. I'm gonna cry if he dies. I'm already about to cry right now. He has to go to space. Oh, he got his mask. Ugh. Okay. Let me open my handbook so I can go back. A few days ago.
There. Guess I don't.
Sorry. That'll be next time. Or stop talking there. Alright. Yes. Oh, that was so long. 4 hours later. Huh. Okay. I did find it interesting how he did the murder and everything. I wasn't sure. I really kind of hoped that it was like 2 different people, and like we were gonna have to like do another. I don't know if like they would have to do another trial, if we had to like, who just be free. I mean, when he wouldn't like be released, obviously, because he wouldn't be counted as a blackened. But like, if there was another kill, they would just hang around. I'd be like, what would we do? What would we do if we had this person who just killed one of our friends hanging around? I don't know. But still, it was interesting. Wow, Kirky. I knew Kirky was like really weird, but he was way weirder than I thought he was. That was a big yikes. Oh. Oh, I feel bad for Himiko. I hope she feels better now that she actually expressed some feelings. And Kaido, I don't want him to die. Is he really gonna die from being sick? I'm nervous. No. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking cry if that's how it goes. Unbelievable. Can't die. No, I refuse. Oh, I'm worried now. Dang it. Well, I guess we'll find out, I guess. I won't be sad though. Oh gosh, I can't believe Angie's murder was an accident. I did not think that at all, because she died first. That took me by surprise. I didn't think it was an accident at all. Like it just happened. Like it was planned. That's crazy. So Angie didn't have to die. She was just in the wrong place in the wrong time. Just like the last one. The last game. Where is it? Hyogo, I think? She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That sucks. Poor Tanko. Dang, that really sucks. So it could have been, that's crazy too, because it could have been Himiko. Had Tanko not stepped in her place. I could have died. It's so sneaky. Gosh, can't believe he did all that just like right before our eyes. Basically. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Guess we'll see what happens. It's already late. I've been playing this for 4 hours. I'm exhausted. That'll be it for now. Next, I guess we'll start off where that person was talking. I don't know who it was. And we'll see what happens. That will be it for now. So have a good night.